Okay, it is September 15th, 2014, 8:51 p.m. calling Richmond Mayor Mike Mathiasen.
Hello?
Hello, is this the mayor?
Yeah, it is.
Say, Mayor Mathiasen, this is Terry Nemmers. I had sent a formal complaint against your chief of police, Boucher, way back, let's see, May 15th of this year. I sent it to your Martin M. Bode, administrative clerk treasurer.
Okay.
And you know what? He never acknowledged receipt of the complaint.
What was the complaint concerning?
Well, about your chief of police and the Cold Spring city attorney, what's his name?
Our city attorney? Or
No. Janovich. Cold Springs city attorney Janovich. Illegally withholding some public information from me. You know, the information about Officer Decker, you know, the public relations information they sent out throughout the world after his death, you know, after your officer Ryder, you know, was falsifying reports about his death and that type of thing. So anyhow...
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So anyhow, I spoke to your Mr. Bode. I have it recorded. I put it on the internet, and he acknowledged receiving the evidence, you know, which I sent on May 14th, and then I sent the complaint on May 15th, and of course he never acknowledged it. And you know, now it's September 15th, 2014, and the complaint also had a data request in there, and pursuant to the law, you know, it's a criminal act to illegally withhold the information, because I asked for, again, the information about...
Okay, first of all, are you, I guess, number one, are you a resident of Richmond here?
What's that got to do with anything?
Well, where are you calling from? I don't even know your number, so...
Well, what does that matter? I submitted a data request. No law says I have to be from Richmond to submit a data request.
But did you by chance happen to talk to the city administrator from Cold Spring at all to get that pertinent information?
Well, I just explained it to you. I talked to your Martin M. Bode. I filed the complaint with him because you have a contract with the city of Cold Spring, and the city of Cold Spring is illegally withholding information from me. Seeing so you have a joint powers...
Cold Spring is withholding information from you?
Yes, that's what the complaint is about. You have
I guess then why haven't you, if you have not administered anything directly to the city of Cold Spring? You know, we contract with Cold Spring. Cold Spring doesn't contract with us.
Okay.
So if you're interested in any type of police information pertaining to any of this, and a complaint actually has to go through Cold Spring before it would even actually go through anybody in the city of Richmond. So it has to be addressed to Paul Hetland. It has to be related to Mayor Schmitz, Chris Boucher, and that's how the chain of command would have to go that way. If they're the ones that have all that pertinent information there. So it's their responsibility. If you're interested in getting anything from them, that's who you would need to get that from.
Okay, so are you done now? Because
yeah, but that's exactly kind of how that chain would have to go. So.
Well, I already explained it to you. They're illegally withholding information. What part of illegally withholding information didn't you catch on to? See, the problem is I submitted a data request to your Mr. Bode. He has a legal obligation to fulfill the data request. He has a legal obligation to take my complaint and process it, which of course he did not do. See?
So he didn't pass anything on to Cold Spring pertaining to this at all? That you know of?
No one has acknowledged my complaint, which I filed on May 15th, 2014. It is now September.
Did you send an email to Marty?
I sent an email to him, and I sent it to the St. Cloud newspaper. I sent it to the lawyer for Mr. Eric Johnson, the chief of police that's suing your police station. Let's see, who else did I send it to? Mr. Hetland, Cold Spring Government Office. So let's see, and let's see, what did I say? Oh, I think it's the radio station also. So I sent it to...
Nobody at all, through all of this chain of command and emails, has never contacted you pertaining to any of this?
Well, the only person who has contacted me is the lawyer for the chief of police candidate that your police willfully refused to take on as the chief of police, even though you said you'd take him on. So
you got to remember, first of all, number one, that part of the committee that originally made the request to the city of Cold Spring was presented to them as the best candidate that was chosen. It took the responsibility of the Cold Spring Council to make the decision on who they were going to hire. So that, pertaining to any of the legalities of any of that, all of those things would have to be addressed with Cold Spring.
Okay, I don't care about the lawsuit at all. All I'm talking about is my illegally withheld information and my complaint, which I am talking about. See, that's simple.
If you're interested in emailing me your thing that you sent back in May to my personal email at work, and let me address it to Marty, and let me address it to the people at Cold Spring also.
Well, I just forwarded it to your account at City Hall.
Oh, you did? Okay,
yes.
Perfect. I'm sorry. I don't get an opportunity to be able to check that very often because I actually work out of town. So that's the reason why I don't ever really have an opportunity to be able to take a look at that particular email personally. So anything that needs to be addressed, I think, usually goes through City Hall first. If something's been copied on that to them. So, but I can sure try to get you some answers. So I guess this is the first time, believe it or not, that I've ever heard of anything pertaining to this. So nothing has ever been addressed to me pertaining to this at all.
Well, let me explain what I am planning on doing. If I don't receive my information in the near future, I will be contacting the Stearns County Sheriff, and I will be reporting this as a criminal act because it's a criminal act to illegally withhold information, and that is what I will do. That is real simple. The Coleraine chief of police thought he'd play little silly games with me also, and boy, lo and behold, after I filed criminal charges against him, my data showed up. So I looked on your website and I see that Rinky Noonan is your city attorney.
Rinky Noonan is our city attorney, so anything from a legality point would have to go through them.
Okay, I'm not done speaking yet. So the thing is, I'm well aware that Rinky Noonan is trying to rip off another individual from the city of Rockville, trying to cover up some water billing scam they got going on there. So they tried to defraud him on some public information, charging him over the allowed limits for the price of data, and now that information is being illegally withheld from me because obviously Mr. Rinky created the form which they used to defraud this individual. So, it makes perfect sense why your city is illegally withholding the information from me because obviously the law firm of Rinky Noonan can't be trusted as far as you could throw them. So, which makes sense because obviously the law firm of Cold Spring can't be trusted because, they're engaging in criminal activity also, of illegally withholding information. So.
Sure. All right. Well, let me, I'm sorry, what was your first name again?
My name is Terry, T as in Tom, E-R-R-Y, Nemmers, N as in Nancy, E, M as in Mary, M as in Mary, E-R-S. And my phone number...
Now, the number that you called on, is that the best number to get a hold of you at?
My best phone number is 320...
I'm sorry, I'm trying to write this down. Pardon me. Sorry, Terry.
That's all right.
Okay, 320...
283...
283...
5713.
5713. Okay, is that a home number? Is that what that is?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I'm calling from my home right now.
Obviously, is there a daytime phone, or can that also be used as a daytime phone?
You certainly can call anytime from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. any day.
Okay. All right.
So,
Well,
again,
my best bet, I'm going to have to talk with, I'll have to talk to our city administrator tomorrow.
that's fine.
About this, and
But
and we will.
like I said, I plan on talking to the sheriff. Of course, I know he's not going to do anything because you live in a lawless county, just like I live in a lawless county here. But it'll get my message across, So that's the point. So I'm done messing around. I'm going to act, and it will be in a short amount of time. So let that be my stance then.
Sure. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate the call this evening. So let me just see if I can get a hold of. I'll talk to Marty tomorrow about this. So okay.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Yep. Bye.